And our next speaker for today, Mr. Mangesh Sokal is here with us. And fortunately, all three of us were are classmates. Thank you, Chandra. Thank you, Mangesh, for being with us. And after this, there'll be a small introduction about Mangesh Sokal. Thank you, Chandra. We request you to remain in the session and listen to our friend Mangesh.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Dear participants, we have Mr. Mangesh Sokal with us. He is the founder and CEO at Sunraj Infotech Solutions Private Limited. He is a person who can do IoT without coding. He is now planning to crack all the educational institutes with his IoT devices. He has recently made a device called social distancing device, which is very famous and will be available on Amazon very soon. Thank you, Mangesh, for being with us. And now, please, I request you to please take over the session. Thank you. Mangesh, we can't hear you. So, Mangesh, you're not audible yet.
Hello.
Yeah, Mangesh, you're audible now.
Yes. Okay. Fine. Yeah. So I guess yeah. So I have planned to keep this session interactive. I will just give my introduction in short. Myself, Mangesh. I have completed my graduation from Siagat Institute of Technology, and now I am pursuing my MBA in Innovation and Entrepreneurship from SIBM Pune. So this is just a short story, kind of. I will just elaborate a few things that will take much more into what I am right now and how I have developed all these things in me. What I'm doing right now. So basically, I'm into IoT, that is Internet of Things technology. And hello, I'm audible?
Yes, Mangesh, you're audible.
So, yeah, so basically, what we all know today is like IoT is the basis of everything that we are working in day-to-day life. So you go from the most basic occupation in our country, that is agriculture, to the most we can say is the privileged occupation, like may it be a software engineer in a big company like Microsoft, Apple, Google. And like you will see in the next 5 to 10 years where we will be is like IoT will be the basic thing, the basic infrastructure needed for everyone in their day-to-day life to carry out their day-to-day activities in a uh, very like uh, in a simple manner. So basically, you should the many of the things that you worry about today, like missing your day-to-day necessities, like from getting your water bottle in the morning to getting your coffee, to tracking your pets, to tracking anything basically, and also getting real-time analytics and much more. So I guess you all be knowing the basics of this. So I'm not having your introduction right now, but I think we will keep this conversation interactive, and like I will just go through a simple brochure that we have prepared. And yeah, so when Rahul told me that we are arranging this kind of seminar, so I told him, why not we will go through a short course that will actually add value to our conversation, as well as it will like, instead of telling some stories like how I got into this and that, and then I developed the skills, instead of that we would basically talk about things that actually matter. So I think like today's conversation will actually add value, and if you give more focus on it, you must master in it in a few weeks or months. So it's not very difficult to get into it, but yeah, you need a certain sense of commitment, and you also have to develop interest in technology that will take you over in these things. I will yeah, so open the brochure shortly and we'll go through it. Is it visible to everyone? Please acknowledge.
Yes, it is visible.
Visible? Okay. So this is the tutorial that we have developed after working on it. I guess we have worked around 6 months to prepare this short brochure that will give you a glimpse of not only what I've told just before that, agriculture and some more things. But you will find every different kind of application that you will go through IoT. Rahul, hello.
Yes,
Hello.
Mangesh. Yes,
Yes, Rahul. I want you to please request our participants to open their mics, and if it's possible, like I would like to know what kind of basic things they know about IoT, so I can take it that further, and I can at least try to uh, go through like what all things they want to develop within themselves, or
sure.
if they can post anything
Just a
in
second.
chat that we can have a good conversation.
Sure, I'm just doing that.
Yeah, please.
So participants, now you can unmute yourself. And as for
Hello.
Mangesh, yeah.
Hello.
Hi, hello.
Hello. Yeah, this is Anil Kumar. I'm actually assistant professor in Department of Mechanical Engineering. Actually, my specialist area is robotics and automation.
Okay,
So
sir.
I'm also now in this area, entering into this area of IoT.
Yes, sir.
Which
That's
you
right.
know, one of the thing mechanical engineers we face problem is the architecture of the IoT, artificial
Right.
intelligence that thing.
Right.
And when Rahul has introduced about you, he told that you are good at developing IoT devices without coding. That
Yes,
make
sir.
an interest to me. So
Yes, sir.
if you are able to provide this type of tutorials to the students also, then
Yeah,
I
sure.
can share it with our mechanical students, and we have agriculture engineering at our university also. And moreover, our institution is situated in a rural backdrop. And
Okay.
we do our own projects for the sake of the agriculture sector to benefit the people, farmers
Yes, sir.
mostly.
I got it.
So
Okay.
we want to make it as a IoT devices. So we are developing mechanized devices, but we
Okay.
want to add that technology component to that systems.
Yes, sir. I got it. Yeah.
So
So I will also
if
be
you
going to.
kindly share this PDF of your brochure and everything in the chat room, so that
Yeah, sure. I
when
will
it's
do. No
once the
problem.
next semester starts up, I can contact you.
Of course, sir. Of course, sir.
And
Yeah.
because you are also an entrepreneur, so I will organize this program through eCell only. We have our own eCell. So, and I will give your details to our director eCell also, so
Okay,
that
sir.
it will be a inspiration for our students also. Earlier,
That's my pleasure, sir.
guest speaker also. That's the thing. Actually, I have due to know about the entrepreneurs
Okay, sir. Yeah.
with them and hold the same session in our university also. But this,
Okay.
whatever the Rahul organized, this thing is 2020. It's very, very good. And
Yes, sir.
so we are also privileged that who are young entrepreneurs like you should be inspiration for the generated that engineers also coming up
Right.
engineers.
Yeah.
Because you people are in practical, we can as a teacher we can only guide them, but you people know how is that path. You can give better
Yes.
suggestions to them.
Yeah. We will for sure. Yeah. Of course.
Okay.
Sorry to interrupt, Mangesh.
Yes, Rahul.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, Anil, sir, for giving us this feedback. Good feedback. Thank you. And dear participants, we find some people are putting some scratches on the screen. We request you to please avoid that. Thank you.
Okay.
Please
So
continue.
anyone from your side voluntarily can just unmute yourself and can just give me a glimpse of what all in short, like what do you know about IoT? Anyone. So like I can try to take it forward, and then I will show you like how we are able to do this kind of codeless IoT that will help many people, and that will take you through a world of opportunities. Yeah, please. Anyone if interested, or shall I continue? I'll just wait for 5 seconds. If it's okay, then I can continue.
Okay. Same again. I am speaking.
Yes, sir.
Anil Kumar. Actually, I have only rough idea whether I am wrong or not.
Yeah,
See,
no problem,
actually,
sir.
IoT in the sense, see, once we are in now after the industrial 3.0, so we
Yes, sir.
have sensors, all these are existed already.
Right, sir.
Industry 4.0, we are creating a communication between this network of the sensors, because now everybody is holding a lot of smart devices and everything. So where you can communicate this information from one location to other, required information can be shared, and you can control wherever you have sit, and you can monitor the things. So you
Right.
have to using the advantage of the communication in the sensors.
Mhm.
So for this, one of the required thing is the internet. That is the communication is
Exactly.
required.
Right. Yeah.
So that what I understood about that IoT.
Yes,
And
sir.
and another thing that the basic component required is the embedded systems, which for the hardware requirement.
That is the basic infrastructure that we need
Yes,
to
sir.
make IoT.
IoT.
Yeah. Yes, sir. So I
That's
will take
what
it
I know
forward.
about.
Yes,
You
sir.
can
Thank you
take
so
it
much.
from here.
Yes, sir. So yeah, I will just go through the list of contents that we will be looking through, and then we'll go through in short like what all exactly is built inside this contents, and then I will be taking you through specific situations that occurred in this COVID-19 scenario and where IoT was highly desirable. If IoT infrastructure was implemented right now in this uh, in our society, then how the industry could have been recovered faster than right now industry is recovering. So basically, you all must be knowing that our GDP curve has been flattened. Like it has stuck very hard that it has never been happened in the past till date, and that's the reason that we should adapt technology much faster uh, on a serious note, and that will at least survive us in the like I cannot say the next pandemic because instead the right now the pandemic is going through, but still it will give human kind of superpower, a kind of easiness in their life, and as well as the technologies that we are working on right now, it will help us much more in carrying out our day-to-day lives. Yeah. So yeah, we'll go through like we'll have the overview in the initial phase. We'll go through what kind of hardware and software do we need for building up an basic IoT setup, and then we'll go through technology and protocols. Yeah, there are many things listed in this brochure, so we may not be able to cover all of these things, but I'm sure I will take you through all the important points that the takeaway that we have to look at in this brochure. And of course, I will send this PDF again to Anil sir. You can contact him and you can get in touch with me as well if you need any help from my side. Yeah. So we'll go further. So what basically is IoT, and can IoT individually make that difference in the world of Industry 4.0? Yeah. So basically, when we look at IoT and when we look at Industry 4.0, there is a huge lot of difference. So IoT is the combination of sensors, the network, and then the data that is transmitted to the cloud. But when the data that is transmitted to the cloud, if you are not processing it, if you are not taking it into a getting any takeaway from that data, there is no meaning of that data basically. So yeah, so what, yeah, I'm getting some screen marks on. Hello, hello, do anyone want to say something? You can say it on your mic, there's no problem at all.
Dear participants, if you want to talk, please unmute yourself and talk
Yeah, yeah.
rather than putting some marks on the screen. I request you, please don't repeat that. Thank you.
Don't know scratch about IoT except for the full form. Okay, fine, no problem. Actually, as far as I know, we had done IoT projects using microcontrollers and also home automation kind of stuff. Okay, fine. Maybe a computer science student know, but being in a chemistry background, don't know anything. Thank you kindly. Okay, yeah. So basically, I will give you the whole glimpse of it, and then I will also take you through the thing that is codeless IoT. So that is the point, that is the cherry on cake. So I will keep it reserved for the end part, and I will be surely introducing you to the concept, and will be like that will rock the today's event. So please coordinate and let me complete this as soon as possible. We'll surely go through the both the concepts, that is the COVID-19 scenario with technology as well as the codeless IoT. So yeah, basically the introduction about AI is artificial intelligence. So in AI, what the technology is progressing in a pace where humans don't have to actually take difficult decisions, as well as I can say is like humans in few years, like assume like now, from now, if you assume 5 to 10 years maybe, in case where you want to take a decision, you can just Google your question or Google your problem, and you can get a right decision for yourself, as Google is also coming through localization and personalization of your data. So AI plays a very big role in these things, and AI also plays a big role in yeah, again getting this
Hello, Mangesh. This is Rahul.
yes, yes, Rahul.
Mangesh, can we please continue without sharing the screen, because it's like a what do you say? People are doing it. They're going crazy or something. I request you to please continue without the screen share. Is that okay?
Yeah, there's no problem for me. Okay, fine.
My apologies for this, Mangesh.
No, not a problem. I will just share the document afterwards, but I will just explain the document that we have created. Okay, fine.
Yeah, thank you.
So basically, what AI connectivity, sensors, active engagement, and small devices that I was talking of is the basic infrastructure that we need for IoT. So what are advantages? Like right now, the improved customer engagement, the technology optimization, reduce waste, like because of the use of technology in an appropriate manner, the waste has like there has been a very precise implementation on the measurements that we use today, and hence the waste that was been generated in industries as well as in household activities is decreasing, and will be decreasing in a certain amount when we implement this real-time technologies in our life. Then because of the enhanced data collection, modern data collection suffers from its limitations, and it's designed for passive use. So IoT breaks it out of those spaces and places it exactly where humans really want to go to analyze our world. It allows an accurate picture of everything. So yeah.
Mangesh, we request you to unmute yourself.
Yes, am I audible?
Yes, Mangesh, you're audible.
Yeah. So so basically, right now the disadvantages where the main focus of everyone in the this technology area is the security, privacy, complexity, flexibility, and compliance. So right now with the SIoT kit, that is the codeless IoT platform, we at Sunraj have been dedicated from last almost 2 to 2.5 years to develop a system that is easy to use, so and as well as flexible. So the two problem things, the two components, that is complexity and flexibility, we have worked hard in them, and we have come up with a product that will actually try to simplify the use of technology as well as make it more and more flexible. But the still the innovation is remaining, and there are like huge opportunities for working in this domain area. I can say that security and privacy has always been a point of concern for everyone, and unless and until like unless and until we stop using our phone, there is no other way like to security and privacy basically is the thing that will go hand in hand with the development of the technology, and anyone coming into this domain will have a very successful mega trend development of any form of technology or any coding language or any kind of stuff that will go into go or promote development in technology. So yeah, so I will go through mechanical engineering professor. He got the requirement, like he just told that they were using some kind of machinery for the agricultural domain, and they want to make it IoT enabled. So sir, I would basically at a very basic note, I would like to share with you that what important thing that we want or we see when we want to implement any IoT application or any kind of technology. We see is the requirement. What is the exact requirement of your system? So like we don't make the things complicated. Either we make it very simple, and the type of components or the type of like what exactly the problem that you're facing. So depending upon that, we try to find out that how we can find the solution to that specific problem. And yeah, Rahul, I may say that I want to share the screen actually, because instead of, if you're not looking at the screen, you'll not get more details. I'll just try to share the screen. Yeah. So I think you must be familiar with the Zigbee module that is shown in the picture. Right now, there are just few sensors that I have mentioned here in this document. So there is kind of accelerometer, there is magnetometer, gyroscope.
Mangesh sir, actually have a small thing to tell to the participants. Dear participants, please do not do any kind of mischief things in the shared screen. Please do grab as much as knowledge you can, but please don't do other things. Thank you.
Yeah. So there are different kind of sensors, and the simplest definition that I guess no one of you had heard till date, and I would like to simplify it for you, is like any electronic component that converts the physical quantity into an electronic signal is called a sensor. So this definition would open up your mind into different verticals, and like you can think of how you can go with technology, and how you can be a developer in a technological phase, and drive the technology in with the applications that you want to develop basically. Yeah. So in many other fields, I would start with the field of wearable electronics. So you can just imagine, like 5 years before where we were, like we didn't had any kind of smart wristband or like anything that would just read our heartbeat on the go, or like there were no consumer electronics that we could use, and we could just detect our physical health on the go. So right now we can just go into market, and we can purchase I have a Fitband, so I will just show it. And you have like insane kind of connectivity. So you can charge this device once, and you can get the backup throughout the month, throughout 1 month, and you can just on the go take your notifications, get your time, get your alerts, get your get your location as well in the advanced devices. So wearable electronics has been developed in a huge manner, I can say. And yeah, there are huge lot of possibilities. So I will just give you an example for the sake. Like, yeah, you must have heard this kind of device in the market these days. That ring, you have to, and if you are getting a phone call or any kind of notification that you want to respond, you just have to plug in your finger in your ear, and you can respond to that call on the go. So you don't have to plug in any kind of earphones or any kind of ear gears into your ears to respond to that call. You can just respond it with the help of your finger. So basically, what technology is working here is the ring has a kind of frequency that it generates, and the frequency travels through our bones, and then that bones communicate with our with the ear bones as soon as we touch our finger into the ear, and then the communication occurs. So you can just guess how the technology is transforming, and the kind of wide role that you can play in technology, and you can explore the different verticals that you can work on. So here, yeah, so basically these are few examples. That is like, you can go up with smart helmets. Smart glasses are coming these days, like Apple Glass, Google Glass, and even I guess few other AR VR devices are also launched into the market. Then this is kind of the stuff that I was trying to explain you. That is the neck jewelry and collars. So the ring that you can wear into your finger also comes into a form of jewelry that you can just wear into your neck, and you can answer your phone calls on the go. So you don't have to carry any kind of different kind of gears to just be in communication with your phone, basically. So yeah, arm watches and wristbands, rings, here it is. So these are few of the examples. There are a few standard devices, like basically this is the mandate that we need: a desktop, any kind of tablet or cell phone. So what is IoT software? Software basically focused at. So I will give you a short example. For any kind of basically we will take a small example, that is suppose a quadratic equation, like or a simple expression, that is suppose x plus y is equal to z. So unless and until we put the value of x and value of y into that expression, will not get a value of z. So this simply connects with the stuff, that is, unless and until there goes a data collection, we cannot predict what result we should put in when that similar condition occurs in future, and maybe like it occurs many times in the future. So the example is, data collection is the basis of any kind of technology that we are implementing today, and then goes device integration and real-time analytics, and yeah, there are many more things. So we have listed only the important of them. So basically data collection is the most important thing, and this process is carried out by the components that we call as microcontrollers and microprocessors. So here is the journey of data that we want gets started, and then it goes to the cloud as the end. I may not say it as end, but yeah. So basically the life cycle of that packet ends there, and then the processing of data that goes into the cloud again and again. So what kind of protocols? Yeah, so this is also an important thing where you will be you'll be focusing on like what technology you want to use. So when it comes to protocols, I must suggest you that recently we are working on a indoor localization technology. So what we are doing is we are using this wristbands or your phone as a beacon, and that beacon will connect you to a wireless network inside of any big building or an infrastructure. You may see it as a hospital, you may see it as an airport, a railway station, a mall, or a parking lot, or anything. And you will be surprised to know that the location coordinates, that is latitude and longitude, that you will get from a GPS satellite is around 15 to 20 meters, and the location coordinates that you are getting through the indoor localization technology, that is right now we are working on BLE, you will get it most of like you will be detecting your range in 1 or 2 meters hardly. So this is the type of preciseness that I'm talking about. And protocol plays a very important role when it comes to the selection of technology that you are using, and also the technology that like you want to use in solving your the problem that you are occurring into your day-to-day life, or maybe a problem that you want to solve for your company. So basically that's the kind of seriousness that you should look for when you're choosing a specific protocol. There are low energy Bluetooth devices, low energy wireless. Yeah, there are also some kind of Wi-Fi devices that has come into the market that you will work with for low energy applications. Then there is LTE. Everyone is a bit familiar with it, the 4G technology that we use these days. There is Wi-Fi Direct. This is also this is like similar to the Wi-Fi that you use regularly. I will go a bit faster as we have not much time. Yeah, so I think this must be a area of interest for most of you, because in this category of IoT applications, we have the media, marketing, as well as advertising domains, and how you can use this kind of stuff, like the technology stuff, into implementing the management kind of applications or problems into your life. So basically, marketing and content delivery is the much important thing into our business right now. And I can just give a short glimpse. Like we have developed the technology that I shared with you right now, that is indoor localization. So indoor localization, in that we came up with this kind of actually I'm getting annoyed by this kind of signs. So yeah, if you can avoid, I can go in much more detail, and we cannot we will not be wasting time in this nuisance. Please cooperate. If you have any kind of doubts, you can personally message me, you can email me, as well as you can get in touch on LinkedIn as well, and I will be more than happy to respond. I will be more than happy to help you all. And also I will be in coordination with Anil Kumar sir to help you much more and to get you through the yeah, I'm just responding your chat. Yeah, so the marketing and content delivery. So I will give you a short example. Like few days back, we have just developed a product that will basically enable you for customer intelligence in any supermarket. So what the product is aiming at is, once you enter a supermart, unless and until you come outside of that supermart, you will be tracked throughout that journey, and you will be pitched with different offers, different kind of features. Like if you want to search, suppose an item, suppose you are standing in an aisle of soaps and detergents, and if you want to see whether like you will get cookies in that mart or not. So this is a very silly example, but still this will simplify the way you think. So you just search on your phone in that specific application that suppose I want a kind of good day cookie, and that phone will guide you to the cookies that you want. And yeah, so this is kind of a real-time problem solving approach, and it will help you through most of the applications. Okay, fine. A customer buys a product containing sensors. Sensors share the locations of use, and sensors also share use of characteristics and performance data. So these sensors will enable you to do anything or everything that you want. And I'm just here to make you aware of the technology that you should use in your day-to-day life, and you should make your as well as others' life easier. So we will go through what kind of environmental monitoring we can come up with the technology. And so here we can see that we have air and water pollution, extreme weather, and commercial farming. So this is the type of problems, like few problems that I have mentioned, but there are many problems regarding air and water pollution and the weather conditions that are changing with the increasing global warming. Then there is commercial farming. So I guess Rahul will be much more helpful to you when it comes to the domain of farming, and he has also experienced many things in technology related to the when we come into commercial farming. That is, he's working with vertical farming, and we have been into discussion few times for working on his technology, and he's doing an awesome job, I may say. Guys, I would like to ask you, if you are annoyed by this any kind of like this session, you can please leave. You can please leave the session, and yeah. So the people who are interested, please be in the session, and the people, those who don't want it, you can inputs in their academics as well as in their life. Please don't do these nuisances. So what kind of intelligent product enhancements are desirable and can be implemented into the technology? Yes, Rahul? Yes. Okay. Okay. Yes. Okay. I will just do it. Just a minute. Yeah, I'm just doing it. There is an option like clear annotations. Okay. Yeah. Okay. I'll just look at it. No, I guess there is no such option. Okay, let it be. No problem. We'll look. Actually, we are wasting our time in such silly things. People should realize this on their own. Yeah. Yeah. So intelligent product enhancements, much like IoT in the content delivery, IoT in manufacturing allows richer insights in real time. So this dramatically reduces the time and resources devoted to this one area. This one area, which traditionally requires heavy market research before, during, and well after the products hit the market. So, intelligent product enhancements. So, what is intelligent and why is it added with the word that is product enhancements? So, we have like you have been hearing from the initial part that there is something called as data collection and data processing. So after this, there comes the intelligence that is generated after the data processing, and it is integrated with the intelligent. It is integrated with the product to make it to enhance it basically, and basically to make it more intelligent. So that is the meaning of intelligent product enhancement, and that can be achieved through data collection and implementing the hardware, implementing the IoT devices that we want to solve our problem that we are working on. So yeah, I will just make it a fast forward. So any one of you who has interest in energy applications can be a part of technology, should learn technology. And yeah, we have few more applications. There is healthcare devices that you can work on. There are building housing applications where basically I will give you a short example, like if you want to create a system where you will detect the status of earthquake, as well as you can make your own seismograph for that purpose. You can make a local weather station that will also help you through detecting the environmental conditions. That will be a best solution for building and housing applications. Then we will go through transportation applications. So these days, much of the requirement is for GPS enabling devices. That is that enables the location tracking of your transportation services, and that will ease your life for getting the location of your, suppose, corporation bus that is running through, and you can just get the location and you can reach there. You can reach to the bus, and you can arrive your destination in time. So this is the IoT education applications. So I may say that in education applications you will have much more to explore, as in education every topic that I have been explaining about includes in it. And in education, like, you can do all the stuff that you cannot do in real life, because education is meant for that purpose. If you want to do anything, you just go forward, you implement it, and even if it's wrong, no one is going to scold you, or no one is going to take action on you, because that is the way how you learn to implement all these things. And this is the best place, like you are in engineering degree college, and this is the best time for you guys to learn things and implement it in your life. So I think we'll just go through the two things that Yeah, now actually you'll not get a chance to do this nuisances. Okay, fine. Thank you. We'll go on a screen mode. Okay, fine. So now we'll go through two things that I wanted to explain you. So uh, yeah, right now, like few time before, I got few messages from you guys that actually, as far as we had done IoT projects using microcontrollers and home automation kind of things. Maybe computer science students know, but being chemistry background don't know anything. Okay, fine. Taken. So after that, you have also written someone. I think there were a few more questions. Now you can write any kind of uh, like questions that you have in your mind. So I can just go through and I can relate to your questions directly, and I can answer in much more elaborated manner. Yeah, so basically I will start with the introduction of SIoT. So what is SIoT? SIoT has been like our basic purpose of working on SIoT was to in today's world you can see there are many people who are going through like different occupations. Like suppose you have um, your parents at home who don't know anything about technology. Even if you put a new phone in their hand, they will just take like a week or 2 weeks to go through that phone, and still there will be not enough applications on their phone and they're using. So they may be using just for a purpose of kind of status or something, like it looks good, so they may be using, but they don't know many things about applications. So we came with the same problem in the market. We made a short research on these things, and then we identified that most of the population in our country, like there is a category that we differentiate from our like once we start our 11th grade. So right from that part, like people take science, people take arts, people take commerce, and then it happens that the people who has taken arts and commerce, they leave behind many of the things, and they are not up to date with technology most of the times, and like they just use it many of the times for fancy purposes, and they want to show off like few times. So I'm not aiming at any specific person or any specific anyone specific, but this is just for an example. So the main problem that we faced was people are not knowing anything about the technology that will overtake their life in more like the upcoming years, like 4 to 5 years, and hence the purpose was to come up with a technology solution that will be driven without without any kind of technology. So what we have done is we have a specific set of hardware with a preloaded and a basic sort of coding on them, and we have built up an application. That application will enable people to communicate with that hardware wirelessly without knowing a like C of that coding, basically. So what that application did was like uh, yeah, I'm not carrying that hardware right now, but I can show you I can just pass on the PDF PPT that I have to Anil sir, and he may share it with you later. So uh, right now, like we went through sensors and actuators, the basic introduction. So we have prepared an array of sensors and actuators. That is, I guess it is around 40. So we have 22 different sensors and then 18 different kind of actuators in our array, and we have basic sort of coding done on that devices. Like we have preloaded that hardware with the coding, and then whenever any unknown person who don't know anything about technology, like basically Anil sir gave a short problem that they want to automate their agricultural agricultural equipments with IoT. So, sir, there is a simple solution. The kits that we have made, that we have developed. Okay, yeah, yes, sir. I will post all this relevant documents on your mail ID. I have got your mail ID. So in this thing, what we did was, like, you can just buy that kit. There is a QR code on that kit. You can scan it on your application. It will be linked to your application, and you can use it dynamically as you use your WhatsApp, or as you use your Facebook account. So it's that simple. You don't there is no need to know technology, and it's made very simple. And in fact, if any one of you is interested in kind of contributing to that project, or maybe any one of you wants to learn more and want to develop your own solution in it, you can approach me. Yeah, no problem. I will be very happy to help you in that manner. So this is the basic thing that like pushed us to develop that technology, and basically to simplify, to make an ease for people who don't know technology, because this is the very big problem right now in our country, that most of the people who are dealing with technology in their day-to-day life, even like suppose the people who are in the managerial positions, people who are leading the business, like business side of their corporation, and still they don't know about using technology. This is like very serious problem that we are facing, and the SIoT kit is the solution to that problem. So any person, any individual from any kind of occupation can use this kits, and can add a sense of automation to that, to any kind of equipment that they want. So this is like any application on the planet can be automated using these kits. This was the short introduction about SIoT kit. Now I will go through the COVID-19 scenario. So basically, you must have encountered few incidents that I will be just explaining you right now. So the incidents are like, suppose if your doctor had a wireless diagnostic system before COVID-19, or you had, suppose, like so we talk about the ventilator machines. So the machines, suppose you had that kind of machines in your home prior to the COVID-19 pandemic, or few things like, suppose there is right now there is a high need of touchless equipment. So that is the kind of things that I want to discuss with you. The touchless technology, and kind of, so basically these applications that I'm introducing you is are the applications of Industry 4.0. But when these applications are implemented in our day-to-day life, in our normal day-to-day incidents, this can also make that sort of difference in our life, and that can help us in tackling many of the problems that we occur. So like the main motive behind telling you these things is, if we were prepared with this technology prior to the pandemic, we would not have flattened the curve of our GDP, and that would have lead to at least not growth, but at least it would have been given us option of sustainability in the curve of GDP, and that would have helped us in feeding the population that we have right now, that is 1.4 billion, and like making easing out many of the many of the problems that we are facing right now. So yeah, that's it. Sir, I will note down the email ID that you have passed, and I will just share more relevant information. Any one of you, please want to unmute, please, and yeah, we are open for questions if you have any.
Dear participants, you can unmute yourself and ask any questions to the speaker. Dear participants, you can please unmute and have any questions, please ask to the speaker. He's ready to answer.
Okay, we'll wait for 5 to 10 seconds. If they are, then we'll conclude.
Yeah, Mr. Mangesh.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, that is a very really informative session from you. And one more thing, Rahul has informed us that your product is going to be launched on Amazon, that social distance IoT device.
Yes, sir. Yes.
So yeah, I'm eagerly waiting for that device to see how it works.
Yeah.
Okay.
We'll be launching the device like tomorrow midnight on
Okay.
Amazon and Flipkart. Most probably Amazon first, and yeah, I will be glad to share the details of the device as well as like I will hope to see a good response from.
No. Actually, if the device is very good, then it will be very useful also. Because
Thank you so
in
much.
the Indian scenario, the people who rush in the market regions, that will be very much useful. That will give us
Exactly.
a warning signal for them. And because everybody will be in a hurry state that they are missing something. So they
Yes.
will be pondering on other humans also. Even at the time of lockdown also, this I experienced practically. So
Yes,
that's
sir.
why I avoided to go outside.
Right, sir.
In the 2 month period, I have only gone 3 times outside.
Yes,
That also, I made my time period as only 20 minutes to grab all the things and come back at the home. Because
sort of seriousness that every one of us should make, because this is the hard time that we are going through actually,
yes, this
and
nobody has expected, and nobody has thought that this will not affect India. Because that is really initial statements given by so many people that this virus will not be sustained in this type of hot climate of Indian climate. But everything it was proved wrong, and now the situation is more worse. Now everything is open now, and this type of devices will be very much useful. So that I will keep your example as that. See, this is one who has developed this product at this time during his lockdown period, and this I can share it to my students. This is the way of to be an entrepreneur.
I
So
would also ask students who are who have attended this session, if you need any kind of help support from my side, you can any time approach me. Like I have also shared, I will share my mail ID over here, so
yeah,
we can just
you please kind share your mail ID in the chat room so that everybody can note it down.
yeah.
Thank you very much. Once again, I am congratulating you for your nice session,
Thank
and
you,
I
sir.
will be in contact with you. No problem.
Sure, sir. Anytime.
Because we are planning our next semesters to start from August 3rd. So we are planning for our students next month online examinations. So this
Okay.
entire COVID pandemic, everything has been changed. So we also made ours fast enough and turned into digital mode.
Right.
And we also let them explaining all these things. So that's why this thing I need.
Okay. Yeah. Right,
So I
sir.
will be in contact with you.
Anytime, sir. No problem at all.
Okay.
I have shared my mail ID over here.
Okay.
You mail me. Yeah. You can get in touch. Thank you so much, everyone. I hope that you also try to develop technologies, and basically the main motive of that development should be solving real-time problem, helping humanity, and making everyone's life more easier, and solving others' problems is should be the priority of your innovation. So yeah, that's it. Thank you so much, everyone.
So Mangesh sir, there is a small thank you note from our side. So thank you sir for your valuable session and valuable insights and enlightening us with your valuable experience by taking out time from your busy schedule. We wish this legacy and our journey in making India proud continues. Thank you once again for nurturing us with your valuable inputs, and for sure we'll implement all the things and inputs which you gave in our entrepreneurial journey. Thank you very much, sir.
Okay.